They said the dead should rest in peace. But on the 22nd night after his burial, someone knocked from inside the grave. The coffin was empty. The river was moving backward. And one man knew exactly who was coming for him. At exactly 2:17 a.m., the dead man stood at his door, still dripping, still angry, still remembering how he was killed. Rafiqul opened the door. In the village of Chandapur, nothing ever truly happened. The river flowed the same way it had for 100 years. The banyan tree beside the old road shed its leaves every autumn. Children walked to school. Fishermen returned before dusk. Doors were locked early, not because of fear, but because of habit. At the edge of the village stood a small abandoned house. It had belonged to a man named Harun Sheikh. Harun was a quiet man, a school clerk, thin, soft-spoken, always polite. He lived alone after his wife died in childbirth 10 years earlier. People said he was lonely, but kind. The kind of man who helped fix broken fences and returned lost goats without asking for payment. Then one night, Harun Sheikh disappeared. 3 days later, his body was found in the river. The police said it was an accident. The doctor said it was drowning. The villagers said it was fate. Only one man knew the truth. His name was Rafiqul Alam. Rafiqul had been Harun's closest friend and his murderer. No one suspected him. He cried the loudest at the funeral, paid for the burial cloth, even carried the body on his own shoulders. The grave was dug behind the old mosque. Harun Sheikh was lowered into the earth. The soil was placed. Prayers were said. Life went on. For 3 weeks, nothing happened. Then, on the 22nd night after the burial, Rafiqul heard a knock on his door. The knock came at exactly 2:17 a.m. Rafiqul woke with a start. The house was silent. His wife slept beside him. Again, the knock. Slow, heavy, thump, thump. He sat up, heart racing. "Who is it?" he called. No answer. He lit a lamp and walked to the door. Through the thin wooden panels, he saw a shadow. Tall, still. He opened the door. No one was there. Only the smell. A deep, wet, rotten smell, like mud mixed with old blood. Rafiqul shut the door and laughed nervously. "It's nothing," he told himself. "Just a dream." But that night, he did not sleep again. The next morning, he went to the river to wash his face, and he saw footprints, bare footprints, leading from the riverbank, up the path, toward his house. They were filled with black mud and pieces of rotten leaves. That evening, Rafiqul burned incense and prayed. But in the village, strange things began to happen. A goat was found dead, its neck twisted completely backward. A fisherman swore he saw a man standing in the river at midnight, staring at the water, unmoving for hours. A child said someone whispered his name from under his bed. People said it was the restless spirit of Harun Sheikh. Rafiqul said nothing, but every night he heard footsteps outside his door, and every night they stopped right at his threshold. On the 7th night after the first knock, the village midwife went missing. Her house was found open, the lamp still burning. Her body was discovered at dawn in the old school building. She had been folded in half, her spine snapped, her mouth frozen open in a scream so wide it tore the corners of her lips. The police came. They found no fingerprints, no footprints, only deep scratches on the floor, like something had been dragged while still alive. That night, Rafiqul locked every door and window. He slept with a knife beside him. At 2:17 a.m., the knocking began again. This time, the door opened by itself. The lamp went out. In the darkness, he heard breathing. Wet, slow, close, then a voice. Not loud, not angry, just tired. Rafiqul, why did you push me? Rafiqul screamed. He swung the knife wildly. The lamp flared back to life. The room was empty, but on the floor, wet footprints, leading from the door to the foot of his bed, and stopping there where something had stood, watching him sleep. The next day, 2 more villagers died. One was found hanging upside down in the well. The other was discovered buried alive, only his fingers visible above the soil. Each body had the same message carved somewhere on the skin. He watched. He waited. The village elders decided to dig up Harun's grave. They said if his spirit was restless, they must see the body. At sunset, they opened the grave. The coffin was there. They broke it open. The body was missing. Only torn burial cloth remained, and deep scratch marks on the inside of the lid, from the inside, as if something had clawed its way out. For 2 days, nothing happened. No deaths, no whispers, no footsteps. The village almost believed it was over. Children returned to playing. Shops reopened. Rafiqul tried to act normal. He went to the market. He laughed with neighbors. He told himself the worst had passed. That night, he even slept without the knife. At dawn, the muezzin found something at the mosque door. A bundle wrapped in burial cloth. Inside was the village imam's head, eyes still open, mouth stuffed with mud. On his forehead, carved slowly and carefully. Only the guilty remain. Panic spread. People left the village. Boats crossed the river all night. Only Rafiqul stayed, because he knew the dead man was not killing randomly. He was clearing the path, coming for him. On the final night, the power went out. The moon was hidden. Rafiqul sat alone in his dark house. At 2:17 a.m., the door opened. This time, he did not look away. The thing that entered was not fully human. Its skin hung loose, gray, and bloated. River weeds tangled in its hair, one eye missing, the other burning with awareness. Its neck bent at an impossible angle. Water dripped from its mouth. It spoke, very softly. You killed me slowly, so I will kill you slowly. The door locked by itself. The windows sealed. Rafiqul tried to run. The dead man touched him, and Rafiqul fell. For the next 3 days, neighbors heard screams from the house. But when they broke in, they found Rafiqul still alive. Blind, tongue cut out, fingers bent backward, skin peeled in strips, but breathing. The dead man had kept him alive. On the 4th night, the house caught fire. When villagers entered the ashes, they found only one body, burned, unrecognizable, except for the writing carved into the floor beneath. Now we are equal. Harun Sheikh was never seen again. The killing stopped. The village slowly returned to normal. But even now, on certain nights, at exactly 2:17 a.m., people hear slow, wet footsteps walking away from the river toward the road and stopping right outside someone's door.